It's something we all did as kids. It's relatively cheap, open-ended, and found in all cultures, lands, and time periods. I'm talking, of course, about art. Drawing, sketching, dancing, that type of thing. Today, I hope to convince you all to create more frequently and freely and appreciate the act of making something. Research has shown that expression through art involves and improves the mood and mental state of individuals with depression, anxiety, or even other ailments such as epilepsy, as seen in Van Gogh. I have been making art since I was old enough to hold a pencil and have seen how art has transcended ages and class types my whole life. Everyone has an outlet in them for creativity. I'll be discussing today how art helps individuals cope with chronic mental illness, how relatively cheap it is to make, and how inventiveness and expressiveness provides community. Let's first look at the medical implications of art-based therapy. Participating in creative activities has helped people cope with stress and despair and partially alleviate the burden of chronic mental illness. Art therapy has been found to improve memory, reasoning, and resilience. According to Sonali Choudhary, a researcher at the School of Epidemiology and Public Health, in a 2022 critical review titled "The Role of Art Therapy in Mental Health," patients with schizophrenia were found to have a greater emotional awareness as compared to patients receiving standard care involving behavioral and medicinal therapy. Patients with depression and anxiety were also found to have a significant improvement in overall well-being and mood. Excuse me. Excuse me. Where was I? Self-expression leads to healthy connection, improved communication, and the ability to set boundaries, which is something individuals with mental disorders typically lack skill in. Art can help process pain and facilitate a connection between the mind and the body, which helps the body process, in an article titled "Art for Self-Care and Mental Health" by Katana Jade Louie, a writer for the University of Washington in 2022. Participating in group art activities can be an effective introduction to communication and healthy connections by allowing the process to become nonverbal and relieve pressure for the individual. But now that I've gone over the benefits of using art as therapy, some might be wondering how accessible it is to make. Making art can be a low or zero investment hobby. If you choose drawing or sketching as your hobby, you can find the materials anywhere. All it takes to draw is a pencil and paper and an eraser if you want to go that extra step, though personally I use a pen. Even if you choose paint or clay as your medium, cheap but reliable materials can be found at the dollar store or Walmart with a decently varied selection. I bought this at Walmart for about $4 and I've had it for about 2 years now and I haven't even filled it up yet. The art you make doesn't need to just sit on your shelves either, taking up space. Art makes for a heartfelt and personal gift for friends and family on holidays and special occasions. Art can be sold for profit, for charity, or even as a side hustle, and making money in this economy can improve anyone's mental health or not. I've talked a lot about the advantages art provides for individuals, but now I'd like to discuss how art promotes the well-being of the public. Art provides the opportunity for community. Art brings people together physically and culturally, allowing individuals to see themselves and others from their past in it. Recreation centers are a solid place to find art classes, as well as providing a stage for meeting other people interested in their community. After-school art programs and field trips to museums and such help kids find friends with similar interests. Art has been used to tell stories and keep a record of events in history, so it can be used to track one's personal journey and progression through life. Having hobbies outside of work is beneficial to the growth and mental state of an individual, and a relaxing hobby, as opposed to something you do at work either physically or mentally, can be beneficial to someone as it will provide a way for you to fine-tune your fine motor skills and hand-eye coordination, improving your overall physical well-being. As found by Kapo Wong in a 2019 meta-analysis titled "The Effects of Long Working Hours on Individuals and the Overtime on Occupational Health," people who work constantly with no recreational breaks have an unhealthy work-life balance, and this becomes detrimental to the mind of the worker and the loved ones around them. Marcus Santelinas, a reporter for PulitzerCenter.org, wrote an article titled "Koroshi: A Deep Look into Japan's Unforgiving Working Culture," which describes the extreme way individuals in Japan were dealing with almost 100 hours of overtime per month, and this was unfortunately with suicide. Suicide can be seen as a common way for people to deal with the stresses of their lives, but having art as a hobby reduces the need to make it perfect, which can reduce this feeling in other aspects of your life and allow you to appreciate what you have and what you can do in the moment. The definition of amateur in French, as written by GoogleTranslate.com in March of 2024, is lover of or admirer of. To be an amateur of something means to appreciate whatever is made, good or bad, and the key is seeing that completion of a project as the catalyst for your next project. In short, art isn't just for children or professionals, as most tend to think, and should be enjoyed by every single person on the planet. It's such an individual experience. I've just spoken to you about how creative expression has been proven time and time again to be a feasible and flexible way to distract oneself from the struggles of their own mind or daily life. If you want to connect with the people around you in a way that they previously might not have thought, you should give art a try. And I'll leave you with this one last request. The next time you have a hard day, go home, grab a sheet of paper, a pen, and make some mistakes. You might just have a little bit of fun along the way and find yourself more relaxed than you were beforehand. Thank you.